top 5 books that pull you out of a reading slump. My shirt is funny. Hey guys, it's Adrian. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming to you with another Top 5 Wednesday video. In case you're new to Top 5 Wednesday, I will leave all the links in the description box below. This week's topic is top 5 books that pull you out of a reading slump. Now, in all honesty, I didn't actually know what they meant by this topic. I didn't know if it was like the top 5 books that actually pulled me out of a reading slump before, or the top 5 types of books that pull me out of reading slumps. So I'm gonna go with my own twist on this topic. So today I'm going to bring you the top 5 examples of books that have helped me come out of a reading slump, and who knows, maybe they'll help you. And I'll give you an example with each one too to make things a little easier. So the first kind of book that helps pull me out of a reading slump is a shorter story. And the reason why I say this is because a lot of times when I'm in a reading slump, I feel like it's a lot of pressure to actually finish a book, like I'm not making any progress. So when I read a shorter story, I come out of it a little faster. Now here's an example that I haven't actually read yet, but I do plan on reading next month, and that's Every Heart Doorway by Senan McGuire. This is a tiny little book. It's got like 200 pages in it, a little bit more than 200 pages. You can read it in a day. So if I'm feeling like I haven't read any books, especially being a booktuber when I have to report on books that I've read, if I feel like I've only read one book this month and I don't want to read another whole one, then I'll pick up a shorter book. And this is a good example of one. Along those same lines, the second kind of book that I'll pick up is a larger book, but a book that has a bigger font and bigger margins, so that I feel like I accomplished a big book, even when in fact I actually did not. And a perfect example of this is one that I've actually read these past few months, and that's The Wrath and the Dawn duology. This is a chunky book. It's got 400 plus pages in it, but the text is huge. So I feel like if I sit down for an hour, I can still read like 30 or 40 pages of the book and feel like I did a good chunk of reading, which makes me feel more motivated to pick up the next book or to finish the book. So I would suggest looking for something like that. The third book that helps put me out of a reading slump can be hit or miss, because I have to actually be in the mood to pick up a book like that. But when I do pick them up, I'm hooked and it gets me reading the next book. So you kind of have to hope that you pick up a good one. But that's like the mystery or high suspense books. I like psychological thrillers, and I like mystery books and adventure books. And so one of the examples that I'm going to give you now, you're probably tired of hearing of because it's been all over my channel, but I can't help it. It's what I'm doing right now. And that's Carlo. This book has so much mystery in it and so many unanswered questions that I just can't stop reading it. So something like this would be really good. Another example I've mentioned a couple times is like an adult fiction. It's more suspense murder mystery, and that's Big Little Lies by Liane Moriarty. Her books are really easy to read, they're really fast paced, and they keep you on the edge of your seat too. So pick up something like that. The fourth kind of book that will really pull me out of a reading slump is an adult contemporary. I don't generally like YA contemporaries. I have a hard time relating to them, but adult contemporaries I really do like. And one author that I've mentioned a lot of times on my channel is one that I will continuously go back to, and that's Jodi Picoult. She writes contemporary novels, but they often have to do with topics that are going on now, the relevant issues, and she puts a nice, interesting spin on them. Now, with these ones, the only drawback is that after you've read so many books of hers, I've read almost all of them, they do get kind of predictable. But on the other side of that again is that I know what I'm in for. I know what I'm gonna get. So when I do pick it up, I do enjoy them. The last thing that helps pull me out of a reading slump is when I really just don't feel like reading, I'll get an audiobook. Now again, this really can be hit or miss. There are some narrators out there that are just awful. And so if you have a really slow, boring narrator, you're not gonna wanna finish the book. And it's definitely not going to motivate you to read the next book. If you do find a good one, what I like about audiobooks is that you can do them while you're doing your everyday tasks. While you're doing homework, if you can multitask like that, I can't. But while I'm cleaning my house, I'll listen to them. If I'm in the car or on public transportation while I'm walking. And it's just a good way to keep me reading even though I'm not actually reading, which frees up my time when I'm normally reading to do things that I want to do, like, I don't know, watch Netflix. One of the books that I do really love reading on audiobook is Harry Potter, because generally, even if the narrator is bad, the story is good, and it just motivates me. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this week's Top 5 Wednesday video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.